Tiago Catarino is a former LEGO Group designer who left his dream job to pursue his LEGO passions with the online world. Tiago is super famous on YouTube with well over 100,000 subscribers and 31 million views.
Welcome, Tiago. Now, when you meet someone new, how do you describe to them what you do?
I would say that I'm a LEGO influencer in a way right now, or a LEGO YouTuber, because that's what I do the most nowadays, just doing videos for my YouTube channel.
How often do you put out a new video?
Nowadays, I put 2 to 3 tutorials each week, and I'm starting with weekly live streams as well. But in the peak of my YouTube career, let's say, or the moment where I wanted to push out more videos, I was doing one video every single day. And I did this for about 7 months.
Myself as a YouTuber, creating that much content and on such a consistent basis, it's exhausting. How do you stay motivated? When
I left my dream job at LEGO, I had this goal of, okay, if I want to keep doing something about LEGO, I decided that it would be on YouTube. And in order to be successful on YouTube, you have to be super consistent, And the biggest consistency there is like posting a daily video. So that's what kept me motivated. Also, me and my wife gave myself 1 year to test this out and to see if this would actually work as a viable working solution for me. So that's why I had to go like all in. It's all in or nothing. I have 1 year to make this work. So that's what kept me motivated to posting like.
What does your day look like as someone who's putting out videos daily? What's your routine?
Back then, when I was doing that, it was like thinking of an idea to build, usually like browsing through Google or something. I came across an image that I could quickly see that, okay, I can turn this into a LEGO object quite easily. I would pick that and then I would build the physical model. Once I was happy with it, I would shoot it. After a while, tended to make my studio a bit messy because I was building new stuff every day. So that's when I decided to start building digitally. So I would try out all solutions in my computer, so that would keep my work area more clean.
Tiago, do you have a background in marketing or what's digital production at all? Or is this something that you've learned just by pursuing your passions?
I studied multimedia design, so that was a course that taught me some stuff about web design and 3D, which was something that I really enjoyed. Then I took a master's degree in computer animation because I was a lot into like a video game and the animation industry, and I worked a little bit on there. And my previous job before joining LEGO was I was doing like using these skills that I had and learning new ones, like doing video editing and doing like promos for television and companies and whatnot, using my like graphic design skills and 3D skills and whatnot. So nothing in regards to marketing, though. I'm learning along the way to promote myself out there in social media.
What do you think are the keys to your success?
I think I'm offering something that not a lot of people are offering out there. And I think my combined knowledge with like my previous job before joining LEGO and then joining LEGO. So I have all of this knowledge about like video editing and visuals, and then also some knowledge about LEGO, and then combining these two together and then trying to teach people how to build stuff with their LEGO bricks, because I realized that sometimes people have a hard time going beyond the building instructions of the LEGO sets they buy in stores. And that's kind of what inspired me to start this project of mine. And yeah, since I figured that I could offer people something.
Now, your builds are somewhat basic, but also highly detailed. You mentioned before that you'd spend some time on Google looking at objects to figure out what to build. Do you just end up seeing the world as Lego bricks after a while?
I guess that kind of happens when you see something out there, and then maybe sometimes that thought crosses my mind. Oh, I could do this in Lego if I use this brick or that brick. So that happens often. It's not like Matrix, like everywhere I look I see Lego instead of numbers like in the Matrix movie. But sometimes it gets close to that.
Are there any ideas that you had that you would have liked to have seen made before you left?
Maybe yes, but now that I'm out here, and then I could probably submit them myself into Lego Ideas and have them made as a set. There's that. So I have some cool ideas that I want to put out there, but as Lego Idea set, because now I have this goal of maybe trying, I was the Lego designer. I even designed the Lego Idea set. So it would be kind of funny, like a former Lego designer submitting an idea into Lego Ideas and it getting made. So I don't know. I have this goal of mine. But there were a lot of ideas, or when I was working for Lego, there were times where we would just brainstorm ideas in preparation of the upcoming assortment of products. So there were a lot of ideas that I pitched there and that actually got made, like the shuttle transporter that you were just talking about before. That was one of my pitches, for instance.
Now, we've been speaking to some of your former employees, and it turns out that they were so upset that you left that they made you a tombstone that you were dead to them in that set behind you.
Yes, that is correct. So this here, the haunted house, it was actually a super funny story, but Carl Marion, the designer, was still working on this while I was still working for Lego. And he had like a pipe organ in there. And since I play the pipe organ myself, I gave him some pointers on how a pipe organ should look like. And then I left Lego, and then like I think it was beginning of this year, 2020, the set got released, and then they mentioned the organ of Catarino. So I was like, what? They actually did this? I only like gave Carl some pointers. I didn't even build the organ myself or anything. It was Carl's doing, and they put my name into the press release on the organ of Catarino. And then later on that day, I watched the designer video, and then I noticed something strange about the cemetery in front of the haunted house, which was a tombstone which read TC, Tiago Catarino. And I was like completely blown away. And I can know for sure that is meant to be me, because they used the exact same print that I used on the Lego Ideas ship in a bottle. There's like a wax seal element in there, which has my initials, TC, and they used the exact same font, only like in gray, and made it look like weared out. So it was like so cool, your former colleagues getting to, I don't know, giving this sort of homage to you.
Was it a hard decision to leave Lego?
If it only depended on me, I would have stayed there for a couple more years for sure. But I was there with my family, my wife and my 2 small kids. And my wife wasn't super happy there. She didn't adjust well to Denmark. She missed her family a lot back in Portugal. So it was like, it's the dream job on one hand, but on the other hand, you see that your family is not super well. Also, we were alone there with our kids, and we had no family support, no grandparents to leave the kids and just have a date weekend for ourselves. So yeah, as a couple, it was also becoming a little bit hard on us. So yeah.
You started your YouTube channel just over a year ago. And I looked back to some of the first videos that you ever made, and one of them was you heading to work for that very last day at your dream job. And it was actually quite emotional to watch. Do you still feel like it was the best job in the world? Or now that you've got a successful YouTube, do you have a new dream job?
I think it was great. I still think it was like one of the best jobs in the world for sure, because yeah, I was getting paid to play with Lego, and I had the most amazing colleagues of the world. Lego on discount, cake for no other reason at the office. So it was great. I'm super happy with what I'm doing right now. The fact that I'm still able to make my living related to Lego. I'm super happy about that.
That you've been a YouTuber for just only over a year. Like, you've got millions and millions and millions of views. Do you have any advice for our future YouTubers?
Including me.
I think that if you wish to become a YouTuber, there needs to be something that you really enjoy doing, and you don't need to spend a lot of money, because I didn't spend a lot of money. I just bought some fancy lights and a small camera, and that shoots 4K, and that's pretty much all you need. Like, you can even use your smartphone. So sometimes the gear is not an excuse to not to start. Make sure that your niche is like super clear, what do you do, and then be consistent. If you can post a video every week, post a video every week. If you only can post a video every month, stick to it. And then after a while, the views and the subscribers and maybe the money will come.
What's next for your YouTube channel?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still enjoying this. I know that I won't be doing like this for like 20 or 30 years. But for now, I still feel that I still like doing this a lot. I have some plans on maybe changing some stuff and maybe doing some different content on my YouTube channel. But that's for the future. Right now, I think things are going really well the way I'm going. So I'll just keep teaching people how to build stuff.
Tiago, I would love to see you old and grey teaching YouTube tutorials in 30 to 40 years. So if you could keep that in mind, we will be watching in that time.
So I think that there would be some sort of appeal in there, I guess. Grandpa Tiago teaching the kids how to build stuff.
Thank you. And obviously don't forget to subscribe, comment, and set the reminders for us, but also go and do it for Tiago.
Tiago too.
And let's get him to 200K subscribers by the end of the year.
And don't forget, build something fun today. That's what I usually say on my videos.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much, Tiago.
Keep an eye on this playlist, subscribe and set reminders so you don't miss a thing for Brickvention Online.